Alright guys, I'm going to make a video for December. I think I have about 10 or 11 games here. These are games I've gotten since, I think some of these I got Black Friday, so end of November through December. I'll start off with some PS2 games. Um, I buy a lot of my games online lately. As of the last year or so, it just seems like the more reliable way to get games, and you know what you're getting if you're buying them off of eBay, let's say. But these two games below here I got at a pawn shop, and I just normally don't find any good quality games. A lot of the times I go into the pawn shops, they're just run of the mill games that a lot of people just unload, like your Call of Duty type games, your AAA games that a lot of people tend to gravitate towards. But I found some RPGs. This was $9.99. Suikoden 4 and Grandia 2 was $4.99. I've been really close for the last year buying this for Dreamcast, but when I saw it for $4.99, I just went ahead and got it on PlayStation 2. I tend to play more of my PlayStation 2 games anyway, so this is fine to get it for this version. I have yet to play Suikoden. I bought Suikoden 3, I think, about a year ago on eBay. I still have yet to play that, so I don't know when I'll get around to playing this. But this is a unique series. I remember I played Suikoden 2. I have that, and I really like that. I know a lot of people tend to say that that's one of the best RPGs. It usually makes top 10 lists, and it was a really good game. I just never saw the end of it. Never played it all the way through. And then this I got recently. I made an offer on eBay. It was I think it was around $9 or $10 when it was all said and done. I think I've seen it cheaper at pawn shops, but I just went ahead and got it. I don't really. It's just kind of like a splurge purchase, just you're searching around on eBay and you decide, oh, what the heck. But I really liked Legaia, the PS1 Legaia, and I figured, what the heck. It's a good time to get into these PS2 RPGs before they really start rising price. And I did that when PlayStation 1 was not really as popular. I got a lot of the PlayStation 1 RPGs, and I haven't played every single one, but I'm slowly getting to it. I actually started playing Parasite Eve last night, and that's been a lot of fun. I think I've already put in, between last night and a little bit today, about 2.5 hours, and it still holds up, still pretty fun. So I've got these games. This was a total of about $20 between the three, broken down. About what would that be? $6-7 a piece is not bad. So moving on. For Black Friday, I saw that this was advertised at Walmart. It really didn't get as much buzz, especially in a lot of other people's YouTube videos that make pickup videos. A lot of other people didn't seem like this was on a lot of people's radar. But for $25, I thought this was a heck of a deal. And when I actually didn't go out on Black Friday. I was hoping that it would go on sale online, but it did not. And so I ended up getting up Friday morning. I asked my wife if I could go run a quick errand to Walmart, and I actually was picking stuff up for our son. I think I was getting baby food. And I went to the back electronics area in Walmart, and they just had a bunch of these just sitting on a table. They had tables out, prepared for the evening before, with games and stuff displayed. And they must have had literally 20 of these just sitting on the table, and it looked like no one had touched them. So it just kind of signifies that really hardly anyone has Wii U on their mind. And I was really close to buying more than one of these, because $25 is not bad. but I just never could see myself, figuring out how I could trade it off later on down the road, because it would be a nightmare to ship, and I just didn't want to pick up any more and be greedy. So one of them was good enough for me, and I actually played through this already. I had a lot of fun with it. I bought the GameCube version of this when it originally came out in 2006, and I did not beat it on the GameCube. I got to like the very end, and I just stopped playing. I think I got to the point where you're in the Zelda's castle, and I just stopped playing. I don't know why. But I played this all the way through, and I recognized that, I guess a little bit older now that I am, it was, I guess, a little bit on the easier side. I don't know what it is, what it was this time around, but I played it on the gamepad, and this was a lot of fun. Just every night putting in like an hour or two throughout the month of December. I mean, it has some flaws. It deserves to be criticized. It's not the best one in the series, but it definitely did kind of, it was worth my $25 for sure. I mean, it took me about, like I said, I don't know if I said 30 hours, and it was something that it held my attention. A lot of the games nowadays that are being released, like I'll play them for a little bit, I'll play them for 2 or 3 hours, and then I lose interest. But I don't know what made me have the interest to repurchase this on the Wii U and then play it again. And it was a lot of fun. I just don't have a major desire to plug my GameCube in and play it on there, so it was worth to repurchase, and just for the whole box set is kind of cool too. All right, moving on. Some Xbox games, Xbox One games. I got these. Let me see how I got these. This was Black Friday. Doom, $20, I think, brand new off of Amazon. I used an Amazon gift card. I think that was through my credit card points. So $19.99. These two games, basically my wife purchased for me. We're at the stage, I guess, in our lives where we're not really buying each other Christmas gifts, but she has been very generous with. She'll buy like things off of Amazon Prime, and then she'll have like coupon offers and stuff to, like, if you get to a certain amount, like it's $15 off or something like that. And that's kind of what the scenario was for this in a PlayStation 4 game, where she had to get to $75 to get like certain amount off. So she's like, "Are there any games that you want?" So I got this. This was like $29.99. I guess if you technically subtract $15 off the total, she was only getting like 1 or 2 things. It may have been around maybe 25, but I played this. It was really good. Very repetitive, which a lot of these Gears of War games get accused of that for sure. But you know that you got to know that going in, and a lot of people tend to like repetitive games nowadays, and especially with Call of Duty, Battlefield, Madden. You know what you're getting when you're purchasing it. But I also like too that you get all the other Gears of War games, and I'm actually downloading the first one, and I'm probably going to try to play through that again if I have the time, just because it's not a bad series. It's got a good story, and with Gears of War 4, with playing as Marcus Phoenix's son, he wasn't that bad. I've heard some things that it's not a very good game because you don't play as Marcus Phoenix, but he's a decent protagonist for a game series, and it looks like they're probably gonna try to make another 1 or 2 more games out of this. It seems, even though it's getting pretty stale, but they're probably gonna keep pumping out more of them. And then I also got this recently, Dishonored 2. I played Dishonored, the first one, which it comes as a free download, similar to how Gears of War does it. But I played Dishonored a few years ago, and it was a good game. First person stealth is a unique type of gameplay, but I never finished it, and I was interested in getting this, but there's another scenario where my wife just gave me some money to buy a game, and she's like, I think I had to go pick something up for her at Target, and it was like really late at night, and she just gave me a gift card that she got, and she's like, you can get something if you want, and I price matched this off of Amazon's price. Amazon had it for $29.99, and at Target it was still $60, and so I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to get it price matched, but they gave it to me for $29.99, and it's probably going to be the next game I play. I played this and beat this all the way through. I played this and I did not beat this. I kind of hope to go back to it, but it got to be pretty repetitive. A lot of people are praising this game, but I think it deserves more criticism. There are a lot of gameplay choices that they make that I can see right through, like what they're trying to do. It seems like they're trying to fluff up the game to make it longer. Like there are these times in the game where you have to like explore to find like these things to destroy, and it just is like very, in my opinion, boring. It's like I don't want to do that. I don't mind playing like linear games like this because it's like, what's the next thing I have to do? But this is like, it's just like mindless exploration, and I could get backlash from saying that, but that's just how I feel. I don't like to wander around in my games and not know what the heck I'm doing. I don't mind linear gameplay. I know a lot of other people maybe don't, but that's just my opinion. I probably will go back to it. It's got some really good ideas, good concepts. I know a lot of people talk a lot of trash on Doom 3, but I didn't mind Doom 3 again because it was pretty linear. It met that horror aspect. This is more action. It's like kind of how where like Resident Evil changed directions, and like this Doom is more about action and in your face mayhem, and the old Dooms were a little bit more about survival and horror, but yeah, this is probably going to be the next game I do play. I know you can choose as two different characters, and I thought that this first Dishonored was cool. Maybe I will end up going back to it. I don't know, who knows, but it takes forever for these games to download. I've been trying to download this for a few days, and it's still downloading. I don't know if you can see. Probably not, but it just takes forever for these Xbox games to download. Alright, lastly, here are PlayStation games I've purchased, and these are probably some of the standouts that I've gotten. We'll start up here. Dragon Quest Builders was the one other game that she told me to get something off of Amazon to make it 75, and this was $39.99, and this game is actually a lot of fun. I'm not too into the Minecraft type game, but this is different. It's kind of like as if, the best way I can describe it is if like you're playing A Link to the Past on a modern system, but with like building aspects like Minecraft. It's got a unique story. It is pretty addicting, especially if you're involved with trying to build up something. It's got kind of like a tower defense type aspect as well, where like when you're building up your houses and your towns, sometimes there'll be characters that will try to attack you, and you have to try to fight them off. But it's been pretty interesting so far. Currently, I think I have Shantae that I'm playing in my system, but this is pretty good so far. It comes with like a unique box set that I think there's a CD. The soundtrack is in there, but the box is pretty unique. I was not expecting it to come in that when it arrived in the mail. And then lastly is The Last Guardian. I got this in the beginning of December, and I enjoyed it. I did not beat it. I hope to go back to it, but it got really frustrating trying to tell the I can't remember if it's called a griffin or what it's called, where where the animal, it's really hard to control, and you can't progress forward in the game without having that animal be able to cooperate with you. So it's like it's really difficult to move on from different stage to stage without having the animal cooperate, and it can get pretty frustrating. I know a lot of other people complain about the camera, and that's pretty frustrating too, but I'd say the most frustrating thing is getting the animal to work with you, because if you can't, then the game is frustrating, and that's what I've run into. But anyway, probably the other thing that's really cool, I have yet to show this off. I think I had this back since about like October or November, but I just never showed it off. It's gonna be hard to display. Let me see if I can. It's a piece of, it's like a wall art. I got this off of AliExpress, and it's like a canvas wall art. And I'm gonna eventually frame it, but it's wall art of Dark Souls. I don't know if you can tell or not. That's just a knight from Dark Souls, and there's the bonfire, and this is like the main hub area in Dark Souls. You can see the crow in the back, but this was like $4 or $5 off AliExpress, and like I said, I hope to get it framed eventually and put it up in the room here. But yeah. They have others out on there. It's just you gotta search to see what they have. But it's made out of like a piece of material. It's not paper. But it's really unique. It's definitely a pretty piece of art, I would say. The only other thing, I showed this real quickly, but I put this TV up on the wall. I have a TV down there. It's got my PlayStation 3 on the screen, but my Xbox is up here, and my goal was to get it on the wall, and so I can have two systems or multiple systems, but hooked up to different TVs, because I was getting tired of trying to work with just one. And this is a TV that was downstairs in my living room, and I bought a new TV for my living room and put this one in here. The idea was, since it's up higher, was to have some space here so that I could eventually build something to put games there, but or not games, but put systems here so I could have multiple systems eventually, because I know that there will be more systems that I'll eventually purchase. But anyway, that's what I got this month, and let me know what you think for the month of December. Thank you.